Okay, let's analyze about the question 1a. So for the question 1a, we need to calculate the velocity of money. Is formulate its way. So let's analyze about the condition of the question. We know that the real money is equal to a quarter of the nominal income. It's PY. And PY equal to 2000. So based on this information, we can calculate the velocity of money. So M equal to quarter times 2000 equal to 500. And based on this, we can use the Fisher formula. The MV equal to PY. And we know MV equal to 2000. So V equal to 2000 divided by 500 is equal to 4. So we can get the answer of the question 1a. The velocity of money is 4. So for the question 1b, actually we have already calculated the value of the m. So the question need us to calculate about the value of the m, the demand of the money. So it's m equal to quarter times 2000 equal to 500. So we can get the question 1b's answer is 500.
Hello, my name is John Ho and the student number is 8214545. My responsible part of the question 1 is the part C. We can see from the title that the equation of exchange in the quantity theory of money according to Fisher is M multiply V equal to P multiply Y. And we know that M equal to 500 and V equal to 4 from the A part of question A and the B part of question A. So we can solve that MV equal to PY equal to 500 multiply 4 equal to 2000, and we can change the equation to P equal to 2000 divided Y. So we can put the Y equal to 200 to the equation. So P equal to 10, and second one is P equal to 8, and third one is P equal to 5.
In this question, there are two parts. The first part is to calculate the total nominal income. We know that M is 500, so the new monthly supply is 1000. According to the transaction in question MV equals PY, the total nominal income can be calculated as 4000. The second part calculates the real income, which is divided into 3 cases based on the results obtained in question C. When P equals 10, the real income is 400. When P equals 8, the real income is 500. When P equals 5, the real income is 800.
This is John Dan Group 8. Just beginning to explain the question E and F. So for question E, step 1 is start with the formula. We know the quality is most MV the points PY. So that's it. is MV point P1. So we know about the result is P if we one is one. So this means that when amplitude Y increases, the price level P decreases. So the ADQ surplus downward. Step 2 is use the number from either money swaps M is 500, so volatility V is 4, so MV is 2000. So P is 2000. That's one. Increase Y. So let's talk about the. Is this your first AD increase? Called it AD. So now if money spread rises to M is 100, so MV is 4000. So P is what is Y? That is called ADs. So step 3 is Juliet. When the X price put real opportunity and when the year assets put the price level. So this is about question E. So let's continue to talk about the question F. What happened to equilibrium? Phi E. P is 5, Y is 400 when M rises from 500 to 1000. Step 1 is orthogonal situation. M is 500, V is 4, so MV is 2000. At Y is 400, P is 5. Step 2 is after mounting suppose doubles. M is 1000, V is 4, so MV is 4000. Output Y is 4000, stays them same. In the classical mode, output is fixed either the factories. So new price level is price P is 4. So P is 10. So result is up to output stays at 400, price rises from 5 to 10. Step 3 is explain the diagram. The AD curve shift right for AD to AD2. And the levels is is a rhetorical at Y is 400. Because Y is 400 when AD moves right, the interaction moves upward, showing a higher P but same Y. So summary is when money's price doubles, but output doesn't change. And in the classical models, more money is that higher price, not more goods. So this is about the question F.
About question 1, I said money supply up, process level up, because both those rates agree more money. In quite to height process, the course of the quite. I noticed both use MV quite to PT because this in quite is the shared toy for both. They just use it differently. About question 2, I would level marked clear at 4 implement because classes their assessments the lab mark away hit for implement with again. I add fixed money right versus because as fixed normally large mini process don't change really range, so output set of full implement make as weightless.
Greetings and good morning to doctor and fellow friends. Today my video will explain about MCQ question. So let's look at question number 1. The quantity theory of money implies that if the money stock were to double, the price level would. The correct answer is C, also double. This is because according to the quantity theory of money, represented by the equation MV equals to PY, where M is the money supply, V is the velocity of money, P is the price level, and Y is the output. If the velocity of money, V, and real output Y remain constant, then any change in the money supply M will cause a proportional change in the price level P. Therefore, if the money supply is double, the price level will also double. This is because there is more money chasing the same amount of goods and services, which leads to inflation or higher price. Let's look at why the other options are wrong. A. Fall by 1/2. This is incorrect because increasing the money supply does not make price falls. It makes them rise. A fall would only occur if money supply decrease. B. Rise but only slightly. This is wrong because the money theory predicts a proportional change, not a small or partial one. If the money supply double, the price level also doubles, not slightly increases. D. Be unchanged. This is incorrect because holding other factor constant and increase in money supply must affect price according to the theory. Next, question number 2. Based on the classical model, changes in aggregate demand are driven by, correct answer is B, changes in borrowing and lending. And the explanation in the classical economic model, aggregate demand is primarily determined by the quantity of money and velocity of circulation, which are influenced by financial market activities such as borrowing and lending. The classical model assumes that markets are self-adjusting and the government intervention is minimal. Therefore, aggregate demand changes mainly through the money market and the behavior of borrower and lender, not through government fiscal policy. Why the other options are wrong? A. Changes in tax. This is incorrect because in the classical model, tax and fiscal policy do not play a direct role in determining aggregate demand. The focus is on monetary factor rather than government spending or taxation. C. Changes in fiscal policy. Also incorrect because classical economists believe fiscal policy has little effect on output or demand in the long run. They argue that the economy naturally tends toward full employment without government intervention. D. Demand curve shift to the left and increase the price level. This is illogical. A leftward shift in demand normally reduces price level, not increase them. Hence, this statement is inconsistent with basic economic reasoning. That's all. Thank you.